in this video, we are taking another very important concept, that is electrical generator. So in the last video, we are learned about the Fleming right hand rule, and which is used to find the direction of induced current, in which we use two fingers, middle finger and the forefinger, and one is thumb. So thumb indicates the direction of motion, the forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field, and the middle finger indicates the direction of direction of induced current. Now let us take another very important concept in which we also use that law, right hand rule. So here see the electric generator. So we know about the electrical motor, which is a device in which the electrical energy converted to the mechanical energy. Okay, current I is passed into conductor. Due to the current, the coil is rotated, mechanical energy. Now let us see the electric generator. So first definition here, then principle, diagram, and then the working of the motor, electrical generator. Sorry. So first definition here, it is a device. It is a device in which mechanical energy, reverse, okay, mechanical energy converted into electrical energy. Okay, so this is what about the definition of electrical generator. Simple one, mechanical energy to the electrical energy. So now let us see the principle of this machine, this generator. So on which principle this device is designed? So it is based on the Michael Faraday concept, that is student which one? Right, that is what? Electromagnetic induction. Okay, so electromagnetic induction. So this is the principle of the electric generator. So on which principle electrical generator work? It is work on principle of electromagnetic induction, which is given by the Michael Faraday in 1831. Okay, 1813 centuries. Right. So this is about the meaning and the principle of electric generator. So let us see the diagram of the electric generator here. So now let us draw the diagram. So see, same concept is there. Two magnet is required and one coil is required, and here one additional difference is in the electric generator motor we use only one ring, but here we use two rings. That is the difference. Right. So I can take here one N type pole. Right. I can make here. So that is N north pole and one is a south pole, and one is a south pole. Okay, one is a south pole. Okay, and these two are permanent magnets. That is very important. These two are what? These two are permanent magnets. Right here, N and S are permanent magnets. Okay, permanent magnets are used. But we commercially we use which type of magnets? That is electromagnet. Okay, electromagnets. But here it is a permanent magnets. Now same here, we take a coil ABC. That is called as armature. A rectangular coil on which a insulated copper wire is wounded is called as armature. Okay, we use armature, same process, which we name it as an A, B, C and D. Right? This is the name, same naming. Now same we use XL here also. So XL is there, one rotation pipe is there. So we take XL up to this same. Okay, this is what XL up to same. But difference is what? We use two rings. Here one ring like that. It is one ring, that is called R1. Here another use it, that is called R2. Both rings. And here for one ring we take here brush is there, and for here brush B1 is there. It is B1, it is a B2. Now this is connected to the B1. This ABCD, ABR is connected to the B1, and this CD. Okay, I can some extended one. So this CD. This CD is connected to the B2. Okay, that is. Okay, this CD is connected to the B2, and this B1 and B2 further connected to the galvanometer. Okay, further connected to the galvanometer. Further connected to the galvanometer. So this is student about the diagram of the electric generator. The difference, okay, all is same, but difference is what? Here two rings are there, R1 and R2. So R1, R2 are the split type commutator rings, and B1, B2 are the brushes. Okay, this is the diagram of the electrical generator. Now let us see the working of here. Working of the electric generator. So working means, so if this coil is rotated mechanically under the 90 field, okay, this is 90 field which is constant at rest, but the coil is now moving. So coil is moved and when it is rest means induced current is okay. We know that in the last class, if the coil is moving and the magnetic field at rest, then the current is produced into the conductor, that induces current. So now the permanent magnets are fixed. Now the coil ABCD is rotate. Okay, if it is rotated, means what happened? The current is start to flowing into the ABCD coil. So this current is detected by this galvanometer. It's called induced current. Okay, now in which direction the current is flow? ABCD or CDBA? That is we find out by using the Fleming right hand thumb rule. Okay, right hand rule. So see here, I can make a rotation. If A move upward directions like that, for example, this is the ABCD, this is the AB, this is the CD. So if AB move upward means the CD move downwards, right? See here like that. If the AB side move upward means automatically CD move downward like that. I can take it as a converting. So AB side, ABR moves upwards. So automatically what happened? CDR moves downwards. Right, students? Same thing. Automatically one is move upward means one is downward. So see here, the AB move upward means CD automatically move downwards. So it is rotation started here. So we observe that it is what? Clockwise rotation. Okay, this is also clockwise rotation. So what happened? Direction of current here. See, this is the right hand. So see, AB move upward. So I apply this right hand to the AB first and then CD later. Okay, first apply to the AB. So AB move in direction upward direction. So it is upward. So see motion so upward, and the field is this direction, N to S same field. So what happened? Current is inwards. Means this direction means it is A to B. Or current means this direction, showing inward means it is from A to B. Right? So now apply to the CD. So now CD move downward directions. We move the CD mechanically downward direction. So downward direction like that. So CD move downwards. So current is now outwards. It's nothing but C to D like that. So we observe that when AB move upward, Fleming right hand rule. Okay, Fleming move upward, then the inward current means A to B. Now downward means current is now in outward direction, downward direction from. So the direction of current is. So direction of induced current is. Okay, induced current. Current is equal to which direction? A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, B, C, C, D. Okay, that is what A, B, C, D. So like that, the direction of current is like that. Okay, direction of current is like that. So here what happened? The galvanometer shows this deflection. This because current is this moving this direction is a deflection this side. Okay, last class we know about the galvanometer shows the deflection of the direction of the current. So current moving this direction and deflection so this directions. Okay, this is what the direction of current. So see here, this is done by the Fleming right hand rule. So now let us see here. This is the AB. Okay, this is the AB. Okay, right here. This is the A, and this is the B, and this is the C, and this is the D. Okay, now what happens? See, like that. Okay, if AB move upward, so CD what happens? See, like after half rotation, we observe that the CD came here. This CD, it is B A reverse. It is reverse. So this is one rotation. After half rotation, the what happened? D come here, C come here, B go there, and A go there. So it is reverse. So every half rotation, what happens? See here. In the first rotation, the direction of current is from A to C. But when the current is every half rotation, now direction of current is from D to C, the reverse. So see, in every half rotation, in every half rotation the direction of induced current is changes. Okay, so first what happened, when the AB is there from C to, in first rotation current is C to D. After B come here, after half rotation we observe that in CDR the current is from C to A, but when half rotation we observe that D come here, C come here, B go there and A go there. So now dash of current is D. So C, that is what the D C B A. So see, the direction of current is reverse. So in first half rotation it is A B C D. After half rotation it is D, so reverse, D C D A, D C D A, reverse direction. So this of every half rotation the direction of current is changes. Then half rotation, then it is again half rotation, then again A come here, B come, again current is A B C D. So first half rotation A B C D, next half rotation D C D A, and then next half rotation one A B C D, and next half rotation D C D A. So every half rotation the direction of current it changes. Okay, this current is called as alternating current. Okay, alternating current. In shorter we call it as an AC current. And this motor is called as, and this generator is called as, okay, because of this generator can produce an alternating current, one time ABCD, one time DCBA. So current direction changes. So because of that this device is called as, this generator is called as AC generator. AC, alternating current generator. Okay, AC generator means in this generator the current changes its direction periodically. Okay, first time ABCD, second time DCBA, first time ABCD, second time DC. So every half rotation the direction of current is changes in the generator. Okay, this is what student the function of the electric generator. So you have to remember these working type. Okay, so now I take another very important point at C. In India we observe that we use AC current over DC current. Okay, if I want to convert this device into DC generator, so what will be done here? So if I want DC generator, okay, if I want DC generator, DC means what student? DC means direct current in which there is no change in the direction. Okay, unidirectional current. DC direct current, that is what unidirectional current. Okay, direct current, nothing but what which provided only one direction. Okay, the current is not changes direction. Okay, every time, every minute it is only same direction, ABCD. If you want to make this device DC, because of this device now in AC state, because of it is changing the direction, so it is now it is AC. So if you want to make this is DC means we use, okay, to convert AC generator to DC generator, we use split ring type commutator. That is very important. So in electric motor we use split rings. Why we use split rings? The function of split ring in electric motor is to reverse the direction of current. That is function of electric motor. But the function of split ring in electric generator is different. Okay, so the function of split ring commutator in electric generator is like that, to convert AC generator to DC generator. Okay, if you want DC direct current generator, so you have to use split rings. Okay, split rings. So that is what the DC generator. Okay, what is AC generator? AC generator is a device in which the production of current is changes its direction. Okay, by periodically, alternating current. But in DC there is a unidirection, there is no change in the direction of current, right? DC generator. How we make DC generator? Simple one, by using split rings, right? This is the one point. Okay, please pause the video and write down this working in shortcut, right? Okay, now take the another important point. So if we have AC and DC both current, which is the suitable, which is easy to use? So I prefer AC generator. Why? So we use AC. So advantage of AC current. Advantage of AC current. AC over DC. DC current. Okay. So advantage of AC over DC. So we use AC generator because we use AC generator. AC current can travel. Okay, I can write like the sentence. So like that. Advantage of AC. Okay. Advantage of AC over DC is that electric power can be transmitted. Okay, transmitted over long distance. Okay, long distances without much loss of energy. Okay, if you want to, because we know that we transport the energy from more long distance, so in that case you have to use AC. So what is advantage of AC current? So advantage of AC current is it is easily transmittable over long distance without loss of energy. So we prefer AC current. Okay, this is advantage of AC current. Now another very important point is in India, we observe in India AC current, because of we use AC gen current, because of it can be easily transmitted over long distance without rate of loss of energy. So if we prefer AC current. So in India, AC current change its direction. AC change its direction. So we know that when current change direction, every half rotation. Okay, every half rotation. So for every half rotation, it takes time. So AC changes its direction in India. It is about 1/100 seconds. Means what here? 0.01 second. So for half rotation, every half rotation, it changes direction. That is for every half rotation. For half rotation time, how much? 1/100. Then 0.01 second taken for half rotation. Okay, for half that. If this is the this is half rotation. For that half rotation, how much time taken? 0.01 second, 100 by 1 second taken. Okay. For half rotation, 1/100 means for full rotation it is how much? See here, half rotation 180 degree, full rotation is but 360 degree. Okay. For it is 180 degree. Okay, it is for 180 degree. We call it half rotation. For full rotation, how much it is? It is 2 times of 1/100. Right? It is what the given time. It is time. For every half rotation, it is 1/100. For complete rotation, it is 2 times of. Okay, for see here. For example, it is half rotation. For rotation like that, how much time taken? It is taken 1/100 second. And for another complete cycle, how much taken here? It is 1/100 second. So that is what 2 times of 1/100 second. I did 2 times of 100 second. So that is what it is total what 1/50 for complete rotation. For complete rotation, it is 1/50 second. But for changing, it is 1/100 second. So we know that for every half rotation, the current changes. So in examination, they ask how much time is taken by AC generator in India to change direction. So it is 1/100. Why 1/100? Because every half rotation the current changes. So how much time taken for half rotation is 1/100. Okay. So for complete one rotation is what? 1/50. So like that. So we know that about frequency of current. Okay, that is okay. So I write here frequency of AC in India Okay, if the time is 1 by 50 for a computer rotation are taken, okay, you know the frequency is how much? Frequency is equal to reciprocal of time. So time is anything but, okay, frequency. Okay, so what is time here? So I take for complete rotation, okay, frequency is for 1 by 50. Okay, 1 by 50. So what is happening here? Frequency 50 of means it is 50 hertz. 50 hertz. So that is one important. So in the examination, if they ask in India, how much time an AC current take to change the direction, it is 1 by 100 second, or also we write 0.01 second. And what is about frequency is that we calculate like that for 1 F is equal to 1 by T. So 1 by T is 1 by 55 because we not take for single rotation, we take complete rotation. For complete rotation, for half rotation is 1 by 100. For another half rotation is 2 times of 1 by 100. 2 times means 150, 1 by 50. So 1 by 50 second. So the reciprocal means it is 50 hertz. So the frequency of AC in India is 50 hertz. That is very important. Multiple choice question. One is here. That is the time taken by the AC in India to change the direction. That is 1 by 100 second. That is 0.01 second. And then what is the frequency of AC in India is 50 hertz. Okay, 50 hertz is nothing but the frequency of AC in India. So student, this is all about the electric generator. So we take the meaning, the principle and the diagram and the working, and then last one about the AC and DC. So about AC is nothing but direct alternating current, and DC is nothing but direct current. And then next point, which is suitable, AC is very nice because AC has advantage over DC that AC can be transmitted to a long distance without loss of energy. So that is why in India we use the AC. So the AC change in the India direction by 1 by 100 second. For time for changing AC direction is take 1 by 100 second, and the frequency is 50 hertz. Okay, these are the very important points you have to be remember. So student, for this video it is enough. So in the next video we take the last point of this topic, is commercial domestic electric circuits. Okay, in domestic electric circuit we take the last concept here in the next video. So for this video it is enough students. So take the notes of these all things, and if you not understand anything, means reverse the video, again rewatch the video. Okay, so this is the concept of electric generator. So hope you understand all these concepts. So thank you for watching this video, and meet in the next video with another very important concept. Okay, so thank you very much.